The number of personnel in the Russian army is rapidly declining, especially high losses among Russian officers. So since the beginning of the Ukrainian counter-offensive, the Federation has lost at least 2 generals, 10 colonels, 8 lieutenant colonels and 14 majors, the BBC reports. The huge losses of the Russian invaders are forcing the Russian Ministry of Defense to replenish the ranks of military personnel by any means. After all, despite Putin's statement, partial mobilization in Russia formally continues and related laws are getting tougher. So the State Duma proposed to introduce criminal liability for evasion of conscription for military service for mobilization.
The current version of Article 328 of the Criminal Code of the Russian Federation establishes liability for evasion of military and alternative civilian service. The first part of the article introduces punishment for evading conscription for military service in the absence of legal grounds for exemption from this service, starting from a fine of up to 200,000 rubles and ending with imprisonment for up to 2 years. Novaya Gazeta publication cites the text of the bill.
Neither the experts nor the potential conscripts themselves believe in applying fines. If the bill is passed, the Kremlin will certainly apply criminal penalties.
It is necessary to restore the status quo to the level of the situation, since there is responsibility for evading conscription service, but not for evading mobilization service. Meanwhile, military service is a matter of state, and no matter how a person comes to the service, if he violates his duties, refuses to fulfill them, he must be punished. Everything is very simple. Andrei Kartapolov, chairman of the Committee of the State Duma of the Federal Assembly of Russia of the 8th Convocation on Defense. Mediazona publication quotes.
At the same time, the court of the Khanty-Mansi Autonomous District of Russia allowed military registration and enlistment officers to call up citizens who received reservations from mobilization at their place of work to the front.
According to paragraph 5 of the methodological recommendations for booking citizens of the Russian Federation, booking is not an absolute basis for granting a delay, since military commissariats have the right to attract reserved citizens to carry out their mobilization activities. Focus edition quotes court's decision.
The decision to call on previously booked citizens is called absurd by the experts.
Booked citizens are like serfs. Postponed based on their reservation is very unreliable. The reservation can always be reviewed by the employer or the booking commission. From the message of the legal coalition A Call to Conscience, quoted by BBC News Russian service.
At the same time, it is worth noting that any procedures related to the reservation of citizens are published under the heading for official usage, what is unconstitutional, lawyers say. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.